Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. We're here on Windstorm, standard battle, and I'm on the M4 Ripper. Just to say I'd show this game for a change, it's a low tier, tier 5 game. The Ripper is an M4 Sherman variant. It's a premium tier 5, relatively cheap. They gave away free ones for some reason or other, I can't remember, was it a competition or what exactly? It's basically a stock Sherman with stock gun, but with slightly better frontal armor. You got 64mm as to the 51mm in the regular tier 5 Sherman, and it sees premium matchmaking. So, because of the poor quality of the gun, really, the biggest problem with this tank is essentially the gun. It drives, moves and behaves more or less like a stock Sherman, and it shoots like a stock Sherman, which is the problem, because the penetration of the gun handling is dreadful. Over 2 seconds of aiming time, 0.46 dispersion, and it's got quite low penetration, so you find yourself using premium ammunition quite a lot. However, it has premium matchmaking. It only sees tier 6, which is probably just as well, because even with tier 6 tanks you could have trouble penetrating the front of quite a few of them, and even tier 5s like the Capture KV-1. I don't really understand why he didn't come down on top of me. It wasn't like there were that many tanks in front of him at the time, and I think a KV-1 versus a Ripper would be pretty much no contest. The KV-1 would win. I'm maybe slightly more mobile, particularly on flat ground, but I would have real trouble penetrating his frontal armour, even with premium rounds, unless I hit the weak spots. And the gun handling is bad enough that hitting weak spots isn't a trivial task. And the captured KV-1 has an 88, I think, so it's a very rapid firing gun, and it's a very formidable tank. I really shouldn't be using auto aim and snapshot at all on this tank, because it's just going to miss most of the time. The Panzer IV-H, again, I think he would have had the edge, but so far he hasn't hit me. I don't want to be going over. Gun depression isn't enormous, and the slope there would be against me. Now he makes a mistake. He makes a couple of mistakes here. One of them is he just faces hooks at me, so I can put shots through his frontal armour. I'm not sure of his gun depression, but he's actually shooting in my gun mantlet, so he's bouncing his shots. He probably would have a better chance putting a round through the front glacis, although the slope was quite strong, so he might not have managed it, but he would easily have had the mobility to get around me. And the sides of this thing are paper, as you can see here. I'm not quite facing the Panzer III square, and he's putting every shot he fires into the flank of this tank, even at a steep angle, through it. So this is the problem with the tank, and this is one of the reasons again why it's got premium matchmaking. So you will be using premium ammo quite a lot on this tank, and I'd switch to high explosives here because I thought I might get a shot at the artillery. That, however, does not seem likely. He's going away from me, and he's going towards allied tanks, so somebody else is likely to get there first, and even if I get a shot at him, it would be at range, and there's a very good chance that I'll miss. I come over the top. I become spotted, but I won't spot it, so but I become spotted. There's a T-34 up there, and snap a shot off, but I need to keep moving. I need to get into cover because I'm pretty much a one-shot kill to a T-34. However, I did switch back to regular ammunition. If I do get engaged in the T-34, I think the regular ammunition will probably do the job. T-34 is not terribly well armoured. It does have very good sloping in the armour, and I'm taking this route because more or less if he wanted to come after me, he would be exposing himself to other tanks, and then I might get a shot when he's engaged We do snap one off, but it doesn't hit. We didn't have time for anything else, really. So we have a victory, and we got 6 ribbons, so I think that's enough to make money, definitely. Get a good amount of experience. It's a daily double now. I had some bonus stuff, so we also got the fire for effect. We have a second class master. We came number 1 by experience because of the assisted damage as well as the regular damage. But as you can see there, 16 shots fired, 7 direct hits. That's less than a 50% hit rate. It is a very, very inaccurate tank. And you ideally, I suppose, you want to get in close to your enemies, preferably where they're shooting or engaged with somebody else, rather than with you directly. So that's all, folks. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like. If you haven't already done so, please give the channel a subscription, and I will catch you again soon.